Just want to share some information. I ran into some issues with my CorseAiR One, and this is going to be pretty much for any computer. Most PCs today, Windows, I think 10 and above. This is Windows. Mine is Windows 11 Home, but I think it applies to anything Windows 10 and above. They do a really good job, or a much they do a much better job today on creating a restore disk. I was having issues with my Corsair One. If it wasn't for my restore disk that I had created, I would have had to call the company and figured out a way of buying it or downloading it and then creating it. Save yourself time when you first get your PC. One of the first things you should do, and this is a Windows environment, and I believe that Mac has what's called Time Machine. I suggest that as well. I do that for my wife and her computer and her Mac. For me, I'm a PC guy, Windows guy, so pretty simple. And this should be an option on all PCs today. It's 2024. It should be an option that should be available to all. So you get it's usually 16 gigs is the amount you'll need. That's usually the sweet spot. You might need a 32 gig. And just to add, I don't create one, I create several. And not only do I create several different manufacturer USB drives. I create restore disk. These are two I just finished creating. Micro sensor and what is this? I don't know. Kingston. Okay. So there's a Kingston, a micro sensor thumb drive, and an ADATA one. So I create restore disk on different manufactured thumb drives. So if there's any issues with that thumb drive, I don't want to be the one out of luck that I didn't choose another brand. So I choose different brands. This is a 64 gig. I think this is 32, and this is 16. So that's another thing I do. I always create different options, different manufacturers, different sizes on the thumb drives. So I have room to work with if anything happens, For whatever reason, if this one's out of commission, not working, I can go to these. I create 2 to 3 to 4, okay? So I usually go to the start menu. Here, you'll have a different start menu. This is Start is Back. It's a program I love and use, and it puts it back to the way it used to be. Usually you would get this in the middle. And what I do is I search for Create, and I look for an option here, Create Recovery Disk. Now, a lot of times the PCs, the computer system itself will have one in the box, but I've noticed mine didn't come with anything. So I'm creating my own. You see drives go bad. This is not even working, not even coming up. I don't know what's going on. Let me try another one. So same brand, different type. For whatever reason, the other one didn't work. That's going in the garbage or put it to recycle. And I think Best Buy takes those things. There's nothing in there, so I'm not worried about it. So as you can see, it comes up after the scanning for drives. It shows one available. This is my ADATA. Make sure this is the right drive. Under this PC, this is the drive I want. It's 32 gig drive. And it'll just format it itself, so you don't have to worry about formatting it. It's the right one. And I'm just going to create another one for myself. Everything will be destroyed. Create. It took an hour and 10 minutes to create this recovery drive. An hour and 10 minutes for me. But it could be because this is a slow drive, which I'm fine with that. You know, I don't want to use a fast drive anyway. I may need it for other things. But to keep it as a backup, that's fine. So this is going to be actually my 5th recovery drive that I have created for this CorseAiR One. So it's just so important for you to do this when you have a PC. Let's see what's inside. I'm going to click finish here. So it used up, let me see, it says 16 gigs free. So let's see how much it used. Used space 12 gigs. So it's 12 gigs of information. Bigger than a DVD from back in the day. It made it a FAT32 and renamed it Recovery. And this is the contents. Inside, boot, Microsoft, all that stuff. So these are all bunch of different I guess boot options, but probably used to come in the Windows CD or DVD. The biggest one is this one is 11.6 gigs, 28 megabytes. Yep, this is the sources. This 11 gigs. This is probably where everything is. Must be these things. Yep, 3.75. So reconstruct whatever these files are, and that's how you create the recovery USB. Now, when you need it, in my case for the CorseAiR One, it's going to differ depending on your computer. I press F8 on boot up, so once the computer starts, I in Mac world, Apple world, there's a chime, and you press the boot up option. In Windows, this doesn't make any. In my case, it doesn't make any noise. So once I reboot the computer, or if I have to do a hard shutdown and startup, once it starts up, I just continuously press F8 over and over again as the computer is booting up, and it will give you that blue screen that we got, that I showed you in the beginning. And because it'll be booting off the USB drive automatically. I don't even have to choose an option. All right, so that's what I did to create my recovery disk. I suggest all Windows users do that. It comes in handy when you need to repair Windows. In my case, I needed to repair Windows. If I hadn't had this, you know, it would have been a whole to-do to get another computer, find out, I have to get a computer, download those specific files, and you know, it was just taking me a lot longer than it did having access to it. Also, remember where you put it. Don't forget where you put it, because you might not use this. You might use this once a year, or once every 2 years, or once in the 5 years, and now you can't find it. You don't remember where you put it. So, you know, write yourself a note, put it somewhere where you're always seeing it, or you just remember where you put it, because then it's useless if you don't remember where you put it. All right, so I hope this video helped. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye now.